Okay everyone, so in this lecture I'll be talking about a DAX Studio. So let's try to understand what is DAX Studio and how we can try to do a configuration of a DAX Studio and what it is going to perform for me. So let me share my screen and here, so there is a page I would like to go through called as daxstudio.org. So you have to go to this particular page, or you can try to search on a Google that DAX Studio download, and let's try to download this installer. So I'm using a Windows machine, so I'll just try to click over here and I'll try to download this DAX Studio. And once this download will be done, so I'm going to do a setup, by the way, for this particular DAX Studio. So just wait for this download to be finished, and then we are going to do a setup for this DAX Studio. So it's already done, and yeah, so I'm able to download a DAX Studio. Now let's try to install a DAX Studio. So install for all the user, click OK, and then it will start installing. So next, no desktop setup, so next, and then install. Okay, so click on this finish, and yeah, so this is a DAX Studio which I'm able to get. And here, so I can try to click on this Power BI, and it will be able to connect, or I can try to call even a tabular server. So I can try to select a Power BI, and then I can try to call connect and then click on OK. Now here, right? So here on your left hand side, whatever data which is opened up inside my Power BI panel, right? Whatever data which is opened up in my Power BI panel. So after connection, I'm able to see each and everything. Yeah, so I'm able to see each and everything inside this particular panel. And that is basically a panel for a DAX Studio, and many more operation I will be able to perform inside a DAX Studio. Now, the question over here is that how this DAX Studio is going to help me out. So basically, this DAX Studio is going to help you out in terms of optimizing a query, or in terms of understanding a query plan, in terms of a query execution, and many more things. So for example, so here I'm going to write one simple DAX query, for example. Yeah, so I'm going to write a DAX query over here that evaluate. So evaluate, and it will start evaluating it. So evaluate, summarize columns, let's suppose. And here, so I'm going to select maybe my product table. And out of that, maybe a brand, I'm going to select product table brand. And then for this one, try to give me a total sales, let's suppose, which is nothing but a summation of basically sales of 2024-2025, and here, so sales amount I'm going to give. Yeah, sales amount I'm going to give. So let's suppose this is my query. Yeah, this is my query, and this evaluate function which I have called over here, which is a pre-built function. So this is going to evaluate this entire query which I have mentioned over here, that what is the query plan, what will be the log, what is the result which I'm going to get, and each and everything. So basically this DAX Studio is going to help you out a lot in terms of analyzing the entire query at the end of the day. Now here, so you will be able to find out two entities. So just try to focus on my mouse. So here there is a query plan and there is a server timing, fine. And even you can try to switch on your evaluate log over here. So if you are going to switch on this three things, and let's suppose this is my query, and if I'm going to select it, if I'm going to run it, now the end of the input was reached. Okay, so the end of the input was reached. There is some issue, so I believe I have missed this bracket. Now let's run it once again, and here, so out of this query, so what is the result I will be able to get? So this is the result I will be able to get: a product, right? A product brand name, and then sales for that particular brand I'm able to see, and then there is a total sale which I'm able to see over here. Summation of the sale I'm able to see over here. Now not just that, so you will be able to observe a log, you will be able to see a result, you will be able to see a history. So whatever I have executed, you will be able to see all the history over here, and what was a physical plan, what was a logical plan. So means when you have executed this query, so what has happened in a backend, so even that part you will be able to see over here. and line by line you will be able to observe that how it is trying to bring a data for me. Okay, now so server timing, so what was a server, like what was the time which my server has taken, so you will be able to observe that particular part as well in terms of scanning, in terms of evaluating this matrices, and what was a log, evaluation log. So everything you will be able to execute, although it's a optional topic, but I thought of discussing this topic with all of you so that you will be having an idea that, okay, so there is a DAX studio which exists in this world, and the way we try to do the same thing, exact same thing in terms of a SQL, we have seen that, right? That we can try to evaluate our entire query, we can try to understand what was the physical plan, what was the logical plan. In the similar manner, in the exact similar manner, you will be able to see even these things over here. So hope all of you are able to understand DAX Studio. So with that, thank you so much everyone. Take care and see you again.